Okay, it is Thursday afternoon, but I'll probably post this on Friday or Saturday. It dawned on me that I've only spent time outside showing you what I'm growing there. But this last weekend and over the last couple of weeks, I have been seed planting. And so the only place I can do it is here in my living space. And I have a tarp down, and I have created some of my own seed starting. And then, of course, some of it is stuff you can buy at the store. I'm doing that this way because, like I've said in other videos, I don't feel comfortable or confident yet in seed growing, but I'm desperate to become comfortable and confident. So starting over here on the left, I do have a tomato growing success kit that I got at gardeners.com a couple of years ago. Believe it or not, I brought this inside over the winter. I do live in the South. We did have cold weather like we do. And frankly, this was growing and actually grew additional shoots as early or as recently as, like 4 weeks ago. All of a sudden, it all died. It's the weirdest, most bizarre thing. That's fine. I know that it can grow in here, so I do have seeds started for tomatoes, so I'm going to go ahead and remove all the dead in here. And you know, when my tomato plants get a little bigger and more robust, I'll go ahead and transplant some in there and grow them out. So I'll be talking about that here in just a second. I do try to keep my videos short. I'm just trying to share information in these videos about the growing. But on my channel, I will be talking about other life things as well. I am midlife mama, and in midlife, you have a lot going on, don't we? So I have this one here. And if I'm not mistaken, it has 2 different types of tomatoes. So they are going to be cherry tomatoes in these 8 and what are called microtoms in these. And I intend on growing them, repotting some, and actually giving them away. So as you can see, I've only planted these on Sunday. I'm sorry, I did have my house sprayed recently for bugs. In fact, we have 2 bug spray situations here, and I do unfortunately have a few ants in here, so I'm just gonna have to live with it and deal with the consequences later. But yeah, I'm gonna give away some of these microtoms. I'm gonna get on my knee here so I can deal with these. And then the way that you use these, supposedly, you keep the lid on like a little greenhouse situation, and then you're supposed to tip it up when they start to grow. This right here are flowers. If you do use the tabs, I want you to take note that I used a marker on these and they flushed out. I'm pretty sure I know which ones these are, and I intend on planting them in the front. This guy right here was rad. He shot right out of the gate. He was an overachiever. And this one I planted a while ago. I did this one first, actually, and then I did the other 3. And so it grew and touched the roof of the little greenhouse, but I have had trouble propping it up. And then whatever I do use can tend to get soggy from the containers, but I'm going to keep this here for the time being. Our weather here is still a little volatile, so I'll have, you know, at night it could be a little colder, and then in the daytime, today it got up to 70, which is beautiful. We have the door open, so if you hear any beeping trucks in the background, I mentioned in a previous video that we are living somewhat in a construction zone. All right, so here I have another one. I believe these are 36, 5 times 25. These are 25 25 pods or whatever. These are also flowers. I got smart and decided to start using a permanent marker, and that seemed to work. So this is some phlox. These are cosmos, and then this right here is calendula. And I haven't grown flowers ever, so again, these are overachievers, and some of them might get tall, so I'm not really sure what to do about that just yet. If you have any suggestions, please leave them below in the comments section. All right, and then this over here actually is kind of neat. You can see, like I said, I literally did this Sunday. I'm lifting this up. I can feel the humidity in there, so I hope I don't kill what I've started by taking it off. But I think I said in my other video that I am doing 6 types of tomato, and the reason why is simple. I do can my own tomato sauce. I also wanted to try canning diced tomatoes and maybe making tomato sauce. Canning is fairly new to me, but I've also canned since I was, I don't know, 14 years old. 1 or 2 things. Now I'm canning, I broadened my horizons. But I don't know if I'm that, you know, energetic to do sauce. I don't know if it's going to be any worse than, you know, marinara. Who knows? But anyways, so this is tomatoes, and then I have 2 rows of Roma because I read that they make the best, the most hearty and robust tomato for making tomato sauce or marinara. And maybe even, you know, maybe just as good for diced tomatoes or even tomato sauce. We'll see. But I don't need a hearty tomato for tomato sauce, right? Because you pulverize it anyway. And then I also started numbering them. So I figured, like, if anything in my little book I'm keeping track in, sorry for the wiggly camera, I could maybe just go by the numbers. So I'm developing my system as I go along. I told my husband today I'm literally a half a step ahead of where I need to be to understand things. This one is called the Moneymaker tomato, and this one is Golden Jubilee, and this is a yellow tomato. I am fascinated with tomatoes, and since I had success growing tomatoes before, they're fairly easy to grow from my experience, and I am still new. What's fun though is that, like I said, I've been waiting on some of these things, and I'll talk about them in just a minute, for weeks. These ones I'll planted all this whole thing on Sunday. Look at how they're coming up. They're gorgeous. And then this right here, I'm not sure if I grew 2 or more, but look at how it's coming up. It's almost like, you know, 8th grade science class, and you watch the movies, and they have the quick movie fast forward or whatever, where it's growing out of the dirt. I'm so excited. It's so lame. This row for sure is cucumbers. You can see one of them is the eggplant, and nothing has come up here. Nothing has come up for the zucchini, and I did 2 rows of that because I am going to try to do some more pickles. I made pickles last summer, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't actually tried one yet because I had so many. I need to open one up. I think I made a dozen jars of pickles, but I'll tell you what, if I don't like them, I will not keep them. And so I'll just know to change my brine or some other method to make pickles. And I might try other things too, like sliced pickles. All I did was whole pickles. But anyway, those were this is zucchini, so I'm talking out of turn. I know if you read this thing, you're like, what? Zucchini is here, and I did do cucumbers. There are 2 rows of cucumbers. Those did come up. Those are the ones I was pointing at and all excited. And these 2, I think right here are cucumbers. Aren't they pretty? So I'll have to get them transplanted and then moved again. But anyway, zucchini. They are not going to be pickled. However, I like zucchini, and even just for a spring, summer food, I just like them. And I like them grilled. But that's just 1 row. Okay. And then these 3, I just put the numbers here because the words were too big. I am going to grow 3 different types of melons. One of them is a hand-sized melon, so I can't wait to share with you guys if these things grow so I can share how big they get, what they look like, and I can say the names of them later when they start to be separated out. There is one growing right here. Can you see it? It's so pretty. So anyway, that's this one. And if I find another method, you know, I don't have a greenhouse or anything like that. I don't have a grow light, and I do not have a heat lamp or a heat pad. I'm literally just doing it the way it says. And let me tell you something. When it was cold in here, I went ahead and turned on the lights in this room, the lights overhead, to give faux light for longer. And then I turned them off, you know, in the evening. I don't know if that helped, but I certainly think it couldn't have hurt, right? All right, and then in this tub right here, this is a pot, a plastic pot, and this is the same blue kind. That's the recycled plastic from the ocean, so that always makes me feel a little good that I'm helping in some way a company that's doing a good thing. This is celery, and you know, the containers do get, they're wet below, they're moist, but the rims are a little dry. So I've been going back and forth between pouring a little bit of warm water and or spraying the tops, but oh, there's so much celery growing. I'm amazed. I think I literally put 3 seeds in each pot or so. I'd actually have to go look back and see the size of the seed because I don't want to lie. Now, obviously, if you've had celery or seen it, you know that there's going to be many of these things at the top of one celery thing that I can cut out. So I'm not too concerned about all the number of the green just yet. I need to see how it grows or how it's going to materialize here. Now, the reason why I'm using warm water or tepid water is because the directions for these things said to in order for them to the little pods to grow, in order for you to plant your seeds, it said to use warm water. And I thought there must be something to that, not only for those things to pop up because, you know, they're like dehydrated little dirt pods and they grow when the water's added. Maybe that helps with the strawberries. All right. So I had to get a little ingenuitive over here. I had read somewhere that you can use old toilet rolls, and we still have 4 kids at home, so we've got a lot of toilet paper used here. And old toilet rolls, and then you can use them to plant inside of, you know, old ice cream tubs. I'm sure they meant the plastic kind, but they hardly sell those anymore. I'm not going to use the big ones. You can maybe even see the little ants. I don't even know if they're ants, but I know I should be a little careful. These 2 are green beans, and I didn't see this morning. Those things sneak up on you. Look at that. And I think I see one there. Can you see that? Can you see that? Do you see that? Look at that. I am so excited. So anyway, there's this, and then this is also green beans, but I do not see anything. There's nothing on the camera, even if you think so. I'm looking directly at it. I don't see anything. And then so let me explain something to you real quick. I put saran wrap over these because I'm dumb, but I thought, well, if there's plastic over these, I should put plastic over these to kind of create a little bit of a something or another. I don't think there is. It's the same effect, but I tried. And these are peas. And just since I was here this morning, holy crap, there are 4. I think I saw one. Oh, there's 2, because I think in these the seeds are pretty substantial, so I put 2 in each roll. And there's one here. Isn't it pretty? Look at how adorable. And then these 2. Now you might be thinking, well, why are you growing so much stuff? Well, none of your business. No, I'm just kidding. Like I said before with the tomatoes, I'm actually growing the peas my husband, you know, likes peas, and I don't know if I'm gonna like canning them. So I'm only growing 6 if I don't know how to thin yet. Like I said, I'm only a half a step where I need to be, so I don't know how to thin or separate, but I did go today and get some more biodegradable pots so that I can just plant the product into the dirt when it's time. Our garden is almost ready. We've been prepping the ground, and we have raised beds and things like that. And then the green beans, these are bush beans. They're not pole beans, but the peas are gonna have to go up a vine. The green beans, we love green beans, and I've been canning green beans, but I just want to see how well they grow and how many I need. I have 12 here if they all germinate and grow, and I don't really know what that means as far as yield, so I'm still a little behind on that. And then I didn't find cilantro seeds at first, but I did, and I have since, but I did find this cilantro in a bag called Seeds of Change, and it came with the plastic on the top as well. It also suggested to use warm water, and look at that. I just saw that right now. Do you see what I'm seeing? There it is in the middle of the screen. Isn't that gorgeous? Let me tell you something. Oh my gosh, there's 2. Wait, 3, 4? Well, for sure 2. And if that's the top of it with the little brown thing, then there's one. See, sorry. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one there, and against the bag. Oh, that's gorgeous. I think it said when it starts to sprout to take the bag off. So I'm gonna leave this to the side for now. I'm trying to do an all organic garden, so I have, you know, composting material and things like that. And then I feel like this video is getting a little long, but I hope you're hanging in there. All right, now these 2 are 7 each, and they are peppers. So I have orange peppers, bullnose peppers, red peppers, and then in the center, right here, I've got paprika. That sprouted first, and it's looking good. And I wanted to try it because I wanted to do the whole process of dehydrating and making my own paprika, and I can give that as gifts. I'm also making my own vanilla extract, and I might show you that another time. And so I'm gonna get the little bottles, and that's a great little industry. You hardly have to do anything, and there's such a good result, right? So I got nervous because like I was talking about, I planted these things this one on February 6th with the peppers, and then these 2 I planted just Sunday. The peppers took forever to get started. I was getting nervous. I actually thought, well, I'll have to start some more seeds because I need to make sure that they're gonna grow. Remember, February 6th, and today is the 25th. So it's been 19 days. Paprika has been out a couple of days and more coming through. That's great. So here's what I did. Here's finally a pepper coming up, and I'm sure there's more. So what I did is I got nervous about it, and I thought, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir the dirt with my finger. So I did that, and then I decided not to water it anymore. I was gonna let it go, right? So these are very moist, still very, very wet, very, very, you know, I got a little dirt on my fingers just from touching the outside. And these are great. So I'm just gonna, now that I've waited it out, I hadn't put plastic on these or anything, and they're fine. So I think I need to be patient, but I am keeping track, so I know how long each one takes to mature or to come out. Again, like I said, with the tomato grower, I'm gonna take out the dead, stir around the dirt, add some more fertilizer and amend the soil and have it ready for some of these tomatoes that are growing now. Now, I am from the West Coast originally, and one of the weirdest things ever is that you can go by the roadside and see strawberry fields, small and large, everywhere, and you can stop and buy fresh strawberries. However, you cannot buy strawberry seeds or plants to plant in your own garden on the West Coast. So what I did is I went ahead and ordered these strawberry plants. They came from California. I'm from California, and that's the oddest thing. They could ship out of state. Isn't that weird? But anyways, that could have changed. I just know back in the day when I was thinking, I'll just grow some strawberries because I love them so much. And that was the first thing I started canning when I was like 12, 13, 14. I did it with my grandma, and she taught me how to can from a 1940s canning book. Isn't that strange? And it was just so exciting to learn, and I took photocopies of her book and still have it. So don't refer to it too often, but for the strawberry jam, absolutely. And so I got 2 sets of 25. That's how they ship them, and you have to separate them out. So I got both of these from Gardener Supply, I believe. And this is a strawberry grow bag, and it's kind of bizarre. I didn't like having to snake the strawberry plants through the holes. But I gotta be honest, I'm kind of shocked that they're growing. It's like watching something grow on the side of a hill, right? And if you look closely, they're just, every day there's more and more. Look at how beautiful that looks. And I don't know that it's gonna start fruiting just yet because I haven't grown these before. It looks like it could be, right in the center of those. So if you have any experience with strawberry plants, definitely let me know. I'm excited. A few of these may look a little like this one. I thought it was a goner, but I think I saw a little bit of potential there. See, it's got a little green on the stem, and so who knows. I'm not gonna pull it out just yet. It's not doing any harm, but the rest of these, wow, they're just taking off like crazy. So yeah, organic fertilizer, organic product, heirloom seeds from rareseeds.com, Baker Creek. Majority of them. A few of them came from a different website that's also the same quality and type. And that's another thing I'm going to try this year as well. While I'm growing through the whole process from start to finish, I'm going to research and learn potentially how to save my own seeds so I can be prepared for a coming growing season. All right, so if you know anything about horticulture and you're interested in sharing any of your expertise, please post a comment below. If you have any information about how to pinch off, I've read about pinching off flowers or something so you stimulate growth and stall bolting. I think bolting is when things take off to seed right away before ever producing fruit. Let me know that as well. I made some purchases today at Lowe's I'm super excited about. I got some more potting soil for container and ground that is organic, and I also bought my pots for my 6 dwarf trees that I have coming. Very excited about that. All right, so if you like this video and you want to kind of follow me in my growing journey, I'll be upfront and honest with you and let you know that you should read the description box of the channel so that you don't misunderstand what I'll be posting. But right now I am definitely posting all about my gardening because this is the time, is it not? And if you do like this content and you're interested in following my journey, please like and subscribe, and that would be awesome. All right, you have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy it. Take care. Bye-bye.